Okay, everybody. We are on top of the hour. The time is now exact 8 p.m. Central Europe time. I have the privilege of being your host today, and I'm super excited and happy about doing this presentation for you. I'm quite confident that this will give you quite some value. What I would ask you to do is to grab a pen and paper, and I would actually give you a very strong advice on being focused. Decide to be focused on this call because I predict that it will have huge value for you, especially if you decide to use some of the information that I'm sharing with you. My name is Morten Dam, and most of you probably know who I am. But for those that do not know me, my name is Morten Dam. I'm a proud father of four, living here in beautiful little tiny Denmark. I have been a part of the network marketing profession for 20 plus years. The first years in the profession, I failed big time. I was young, I was scared, I was fearing what are people thinking, etc., etc. But eventually I learned the power of a few skills. I gained courage, and as you are gaining courage, you will figure out that actually it's in your hands, it's in your control to actually create something really special and significant within this profession. So what I would like to share with you today is a 30 days plan to success. So why have I selected 30 days? The reason for it is that it's not a too long window and it's not a too small window. What I mean with that, it's actually in 30 days, I believe if you want to change things, you have the opportunity to focus in 30 days, no matter what else you are doing and what else you are filling out your day with. Then I believe in 30 days you can decide to take some serious steps that can move you in a direction of creating some quite interesting results. So I have written down 5 topics or headlines I want to walk through with you today, and the very first one is outcome. So actually, I want you to participate a bit. So I will be asking you to fill down or write down a few things on your piece of paper because I think it's very very important. So, and I don't want you to think about on what you have to do within the space of 30 days. Now I will be asking you to figure out when you're looking at the step number one, the outcome, I want you to imagine how much money do you want to create within those 30 days of activity. Wait a bit here. I don't want a specific amount of money out of the 30 days activity. I want you to think a year from now and ahead. That's what I always have done. As an entrepreneur, you need to think long term. You need to think, if I'm putting in this effort within those 30 days, what will the result be based on that 30 days? What will the result be in a year from there? Does it make sense? And also, the reason for why we are doing this business is not because we want to have a one time earning. No, we are doing this business because we want to achieve the power of passive income. And that is much more valuable than switching time for money. So I want you to think about this. Again, now we have a 30 days window. Within those 30 days, you are creating some type of activity. With the activity that you are putting in within those 30 days, what are you expecting money wise in passive income from a year from the end of the 30 days? Does it make sense? So personally, I will be thinking something around what could be interesting here? What could be very valuable for me? That would be, as a sidekick. Remember this, most of us have a job besides doing our network marketing business. So what could two or three or 5,000 US dollars in extra passively income do for you and your lifestyle? Imagine that besides the job that you have. And that's the power of the profession that we are representing. So that's step number one. Now you have set it a numbers goal, a money goal. You could also attach to the outcome. You could also be thinking about, besides money, I would like to expand my community. I would like to expand my network. I want to collect more friends within my community. That could also be a reason, but I strongly recommend you, as maximum, write down 1 to 3 steps that are important for me. But the most important thing for now is the money target. Okay. Then step number 2, that's the activity target that we are expecting to deliver within the 30 days. What do I mean with this? We are paid for sharing. Okay, and this part can be a bit scary because that's about setting a goal and stretching for accomplish that goal. So here I want you to write down 2 things in target here. I want you to think about a number that you think is absolutely possible for you within those 30 days. Absolutely possible, how many people you are willing to reach out to, or the target. So I will say within the 30 days, my target is to reach out to 30 people. And that's absolutely possible. Okay, so I will say possible, add that to the number of 30. Then I would also write down a number that are a bit more challenging, a bit more scary. Okay, that's a goal where you need seriously to put in a laser focus. And it's also a target where it's required that you decide not to fear. The number one reason for why people aren't achieving what they dream about is fear. You have the fear of rejection. You have the fear of, what will people be thinking about me reaching out to them? Okay? And fear can be, I had a lot of fear in my early days because my confidence were probably not that good. I had lack of skills, etc., etc. But bottom line is that I forced myself, even though I were probably not feeling that comfortable, I forced myself to do actions anyway. So I would write down 100 people. That's a bit scary. I write out here scary. That's a scary goal. But I also totally understand that this goal is doable no matter what. If your dog dies tomorrow, you will still figure out how to reach out to 30 people. So the possible goal is something that you have to do. Otherwise, you should be embarrassed. Otherwise, you are not willing to do what is required in order to reach the outcome that you want. The scary goals is absolutely doable as well. But it requires a lot of effort. It requires that you are in balance. It requires probably that you decide with your family that you want to place more energy in this field in order to create the income or outcome that you wish for or want to create. Okay. Have you written down 2 targets now? The possible goal, the possible number, and the scary number. Have you done that? That's good. Thank you. Okay, now comes the part that are difficult for a lot of people. Um, and I know it's based on, oh no, what will they be thinking? Um, I want you to change that mindset. Don't think about what people will be thinking. They have plenty of other stuff to be thinking about. Okay, what you need to think about is that you want to share an idea, you want to share a project, and you want to figure out if some of the 30 to 100 people within the 30 days window are open and curious. That's the thing that we are doing, and that's what we are paid extremely well for doing. Most people in our industry, and I'm just saying it very directly to you, are thinking that it's a bit funny to think about, because some people are actually only reaching out to one or two people, maybe in a month, maybe even in a half a year. And then they are expecting to build a business. That's not how business are done. Let's face it, it's required numbers to reach great outcomes. It's required big numbers in order, or big reach outs, to achieve the outcome that you wish for. And remember, I'm sure all of you have an outcome that says something like creating $1,000 extra in passive income monthly. Imagine the value in that. But why aren't we willing to put in the effort that are required? So I want you to think about this. I want you to aim for bigger numbers. 30 people within 30 days is possible. That's one each day. Everybody can do that. But I also know with 100% certainty that all on this call could reach out to 500 people within 30 days. If I told you that I'm going to kill your family if you aren't performing, I'm not, guys. It's just, right? I just wanted to put it into perspective. Sometimes we are having a too comfortable life, and when we have that, and when we have that feeling, then we are postponing the life that we actually really want. So in step number 3, reach out, I will give you some ideas on how to reach out. And actually, I was planning to do it live. But what I figured out now, it's an English call, and most of the people that I just plan to reach out to are Danish people. But when that is said, I still have a English guy, or actually, I will pick 2 guys, okay? And I want to share with you a little background of why I'm reaching out to them, okay? And I want you to understand, you just need to be you. That's how simple it is. You just need to be you. Too many people are overthinking things. That's not good. Stop overthinking and just do, okay? So I want you to give you a bit of background. I will be, by the way, I'm reaching out, creating curiosity, figuring out their openness by voicemail. I'm always doing that. But that's what I have decided to do, because I believe it what generates the highest vibe, the greatest energy, etc. Remember, the reach out is to figure out if they are open. Nothing else. And if they aren't open, it's okay. We are still good friends. I'm happy. Are you happy? Right? So that's the attitude that I want you to have. So I have a guy here. His name is Akis. I figured out he's from Greece. He's now living in Denmark. I met him in the gym. I have known him for probably half a year. You know, when we are in the gym, we just say hi. How are you? How are you performing? How are your training routine, etc., etc. We have just bonded. Okay, I have been building a relationship. I haven't mentioned a single thing about what I'm doing. So now I will be doing a voicemail to this gentleman. We have connected by Facebook. That's primarily what I'm using. And so let's see how it works. Okay. So I will just, you can see here, or probably not. I will just hit the voice button and I will share a few things. And then you can use some of that. Remember, I don't have a script. I'm just me, and you are just you. And that's the power. Hi there, Akis. How are you doing? I hope that you have had a absolutely wonderful training today. By the way, I was quite early up today, and my routine with my deadlift are actually going very well. So I'm still aiming for the 300 kilos very soon. So you need to stay tuned. Also with your own training, if you are planning to hit the 300 before me. So by the way, the reason for why I'm reaching out is because I totally like your energy. I totally like your vibe. um, and I'm in a position now where I have the privilege of moving into Europe with a health product, a very interesting health technology, and so I'm out there figuring out if there are some great personalities that want to team up with me. So I'm just curious if you would be open-minded to set off 15 to 30 minutes to have a quick chat with me. I will share with you the ideas through Zoom. And bottom line is, I see a huge potential on creating a massive global community with this health breakthrough. And yeah, Akis, I like your energy. I want to just share with you a great idea. I hope you will be open-minded just to have a closer look. So all the best from here, and I wish you a wonderful evening. Bye bye. Det her var 1 minut og 35 sekunder. This was 1 minute and 35 seconds, and obvious, I was just sharing what came to my mind. Okay, our connection was the gym, right? That's the common language that we have had until now. I give him some positive words about his personality, words that are true, right? Words that are true, words that resonates with him because he knows he has a good energy. So I let him know you have a great energy. I love your vibe. And then I want to share with him a great idea. That's it. I know with 100% that based on my relationship with him, he will with 99.9% have a chat with me on Zoom. And then it's up to bringing Akis through a process of information. I'm giving him a process of information. By the way, what's the time? Time is okay. It's going very fast. So I have done the reach out and I'm using voicemail. Voicemail. And the key here is to be you. Don't have to be perfect. It has nothing to do with the words that are coming out of your mouth. It has something to do with the vibration that you're sending it out with, your confidence, your belief. And I'm aware not all of you have the confidence that I have. That's okay. But then decide or just do your best, because eventually you will start gain that inner belief. My dear friend Otman mentioned this to me. You have mentioned this many times, but figuring out how to have that 100% inner belief, that's power. And when you really can grasp that within you, create that vibe within you, you will be so damn superhero type of person. So the process, Aki is now, I'm piquing interest. I have reached out. That's voicemail. That means that's 1 out of 30, or that's 1 out of 100. Wonderful, super easy. Imagine I could do 100 voicemails in one day. You can do the same. That's quite interesting, right? So now the process, I have the opportunity to do a one-on-one. Not all of you are in a position where you feel comfortable with doing a one-on-one, and that's okay. Therefore, you can use a three-way call. Or I want to present a great project for you, Akis, or whatever the prospect's name is, and invite the person to a all-around CILI by Design presentation, the entire buffet. Okay? And that could be, now Marianne and I, we have done some. We have one planned for this coming Tuesday at 8. It's a Danish call. But still, people, if you're from Scandinavia, you can invite people into that call as well. I'm sure, no matter if it's Danish or whatever, they can feel the vibe, the energy, etc., etc. That can be used as well. So that could be a weekly presentation, or finally it could be a tool. A tool is inviting them to have a look into our web page, into the section micro franchise / network marketing. If you go into the web page, they can scroll down, select the videos that they want to look into, and then they can get a walkthrough about this entire project. The most powerful thing will always be one-on-one or three-way call. But we cannot have the capacity to do it for each and every one. When it's a one-on-one and three-way call, it has to be qualified people. What I mean with that, it needs to be people that have, you can feel that inner spirit. What I mean with that is that they know how to perform. They are entrepreneurs. So I just want you to understand, we don't have capacity to reach out and talk individually with each and every one, but some, and the most powerful, will be introducing the best performers to people where we can have a little conversation. Forth and back. The time is flying. Are you with me, guys? That's good. Thank you. So now and by the way, it's an important thing. Akis, okay. The beautiful thing, I can see if Akis have seen the post, my reach out. He haven't yet, and that's absolutely okay. But when he is reacting to me, you need to react. What, right? Of course, you cannot react in the middle of the night if he's texting you, but you need to be focused on answering, because actually you will have a time window. So from people are saying yes, it's typically said, or actually it's getting less and less hours you have in order to get the fully outcome of your reach out. Now I've seen it's down to 5 hours. 5 hours. Because they are feeling it. They feel the vibe in the voicemail. And immediately they are answering. When they're answering, I want to set up a date. Then I have done my job. I want to give them two dates where we can have a Zoom chat. Okay, would it fit you Tuesday at 3 or Thursday at 5? I'm always giving two options. Two options always. When I have done my three-way call or shared some information with them, I will again agree with them what time would fit you best to follow up. Typically, I want to do it within 24 to 48 hours. I don't want to let people, because for every day that passes by, the information, the energy that they felt at the moment we had the conversation will just vanish with time. As every hour that passes by, the feeling, the vibration, everything will just vanish. So you want to harvest when it's hot. It makes sense, guys, right? It makes sense? Yeah. So the follow-up from the process is within 28 to 48 hours, and I'm very direct with people. If they don't understand how to make it clear to me if this is something for them or not, then I will just move along. But I would probably note Akis in my system so I can reach out to him within 6 and 12 months again. Because it all comes down to timing. So if he are not willing to, jump into this project at this specific time, and I will help him take a decision, because people cannot take a decision today, guys. People cannot take a decision. You need to help people take a decision. And the reason for it is because people are bombarded. So when you have followed up, closed them, then the job begins. But then you have done what is required. And remember to have in mind, the people that you are recruiting within the 30 days window will not generate the $1,000 US in passive income within that month. But as time goes by, the beautiful thing about our business is that effort compounds. That's beautiful. So that means the effort that you have been putting in, getting people in, educating in what we have, they are starting to understand what this is all about. They are starting to join in with a 30-day game plan. They decide to have a scary goal. They decide to reach out but they are practicing. Eventually your business will start, evaluating, no, not evaluate, elevate. That was the word I want. Elevate. And that's the thing we want to happen. Oh, so 2 minutes. Otman, will you please allow the people in? That's okay, from the waiting room. Um, oh, I have so many things that I would like to share with you guys. But the time is up. There is a reason for why we are setting off half an hour. It's because we want everybody to take out their time to look into some of the topics that we are sharing on a weekly basis. But guys, I can guarantee you, if you are doing this, if you're doing this 2-3 times a year, your business will take off. Here I'm not talking about writing things down. I'm talking about doing the things that you're writing down. Doing the things that you're writing down. I can guarantee you, if you're doing this 2-3 times a year, your business will be massive, because you will meet people that wants to engage with you, that wants to do business even with, but also without you. And that gives the serious passive income. So with that said, guys, thank you so much. I hope it was beneficial for you. And, promise me to look into this, create your 30 days game plan, decide when do you want to do this, right? I'm planning to, kickstart one when I have done some tools, but it will be in a very short time. I will be activating. I will go live with it. I will share with you my entire progress. I will share with you the numbers, and but I want you to participate as well. So with that said, thank you so much, guys, for listening in. Wish you all the best.